I forgot you can do that in here. Alright, good evening. I just remembered that you can do this in the air. But you have to be like on the floor to start as well, so it's not useful for traversal really. So, continuing. This is just gonna kill me a bunch. Or maybe not. Okay, that went a lot better than expected. Where do I go from here? But yeah, exploration is gonna be continued today. Followed then by the Savage Tower. I think I'll go to the door left first, because I think that's just a shortcut to... Yep, that's just a shortcut. Not actually to the room on the left. So this one's done. Also, Coldbolt informed me that apparently, maybe, there's a boy in the Rise to the Elevated Cathedrals, so I'm gonna check that out later as well. Hello! Now, how are you today, bird? Okay, I need the thorns there, so thorns I've marked with, what did I mark them with? Oh yeah, the boy face. Same. Got a bit annoyed at work today again. Mostly about my coworkers. Yeah, that is the boys. But I can't really help that, I guess. And thankfully, I don't really work the rest of the week. Because I'm basically on vacation until June. There is a ringing in my ears. I do work in customer support. Well, that was bad. I work in customer support with Amazon. It is, well, to be fair, I don't do the normal customer support, I do like technical customer support, so it's not quite as bad. Like, I know that the baseline customer support is a lot worse. But it can be, but then again, most work can be exhausting, and I'm pretty sure the construction would be a lot worse. Like, there's a lot of things that are worse than customer support. Construction, like, garbage collectors. So, it isn't too bad. Like, my job is really not that bad, all things considered. Especially since I work in home office. So I don't even have, like... I don't even really have a pop work. Oh. The 8. That... I did not expect that here. I'm pretty sure I hit this wall a bunch. What does the 8 do? I feel that's probably... not in here. The 8... And Benedicto. Increases stun chance when health is low. The priest's young assistant found herself trapped in one of the dark repositories of the old church. The door closed behind her, and no one seemed to hear her desperate calls. The air became thick, and the darkness of the night seeped through the cracks in the wood, plunging the room into an impenetrable darkness. The young woman clawed desperately at the walls of her unlikely prison, looking for something to help her find a way out. Her fingers came upon a forgotten candle in the corner. With a sigh of relief, she managed to ignite it, and its dim light revealed the contents of the repository. Ancient figures of martyrs and saints, some of whose faces had been worn away by time, lined the dusty shelves, but in the darkness the outlines seemed to distort, assuming grotesque and threatening shapes. The faces of the martyrs twisted, transforming them into grimaces of suffering. The saints, whose pious glances had comforted generations, now seemed to look at her with hungry, malevolent eyes. Terror seized her, and scream escaped her lips. Just then the door burst open. The priest entered, holding a large lantern that illuminated the room. The figures returned their original appearance, pious and holy. Like, this increased stun chance when health is low, I don't think is that relevant. Because in most cases, I'm just gonna try not to have my health be low. Ah, very nice. Stupid bird. And here we have a gate. Also, the ringing stopped. So that's probably that then. Kill him. I need to execute more for the further game. Also, if I'm lucky, I soon get a new position with higher pay. Or at least an offer for it. Not yet sure if I actually want that job. I should maybe actually go to the streets of Wakes to find the mud key. I do hear a bell. Also, I do hear a bell. And then here we have a gate. The respawning enemies are probably the most annoying thing about this entire area. Ah, Cabal of the Debooned. And the ringing stopped. Otherwise, I've mostly just, because we also don't have all that much work right now, I've just been playing like a tower defense. Clustered and closed. I don't know. I definitely need to hit you from like there. And then move you to the right. Like, map-wise, I feel like the first one was a little bit more... what would you call it? Interconnected? I should have double jumped. Oh yeah, that's definitely... I'm still surprised. I mentioned it a bunch. The designs, the enemy designs that they somehow got into the first part, and also NPC designs like and environments. I'm surprised what they got through. Because normally the senses really don't like those. And that's also kind of missing in the second. Like, they are a lot safer in their designs. I also really miss, like, just the little secrets in elevator shafts and such. Also, I should probably mark that there is a gate here. Which that was also a neat thing they had in the first one. Where it was just, there's an elevator shaft, you can fall down. That also kind of plays into the, in my opinion, better movement abilities, or like more creative movement abilities. Instead of just having a double jump and an air dash, you had the block platforms, you had the falling through infinite pits. You have the roots to make new walls to wall climb on. I felt like it had a lot better movement. Well, actually, not better movement, but more creative movement. Okay, I think, yeah, here I fell. And with a more creative movement, they could also make a world that fit the theming a lot better. Also, the double jump is honestly kind of just tired. Yep, okay. Got that done. There's nothing else in the room, I don't think. And this is to the of the 3 words. And yeah, Dark Souls 1, I'm pretty sure, is probably one of the best maps that you have in like a game, with the exception of that one weird hallway. But otherwise, it's probably one of the better map designs. Right, so here I need the thorns and gates from the left and up, so I can't get there. Here I can't go because I need more than a double jump. So I assume I get them from the right side. There is a... I think this is where the ship is. I'm gonna go check that out again. Not the ship, the... galley figure? What are those called? Figureheads? I think it was called figurehead. Right here. How do I get to it? To the right here and then down and left. Okay. Which is also a bit of a problem with this game. I kind of have to look at the map all the time to see if I'm going in the correct direction. Right, so the bell doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. I didn't expect it to do anything. Get me the bell again. Nope. Get me the homeward travel. But it's just still back to the city. Doesn't interact with the statue at all. Right, I kind of expected that. I assume there's... my top most favorite game. Right, first my thought, I think it's... I assume there is some quest to do with that figure. But I don't know how to start it. My favorite game. Difficult. If we just go by playtime, probably Dota. Because I've played that for like 7,000 hours. If we go by favorite, that's really difficult because there are a lot of different games I'd consider my favorite in a genre. But they're too different to directly compare. I'd probably say like Valhalla. So Valhalla is definitely in the top one, in the top 5. If you don't know it, it's a... basically it's a visual novel with bartending simulation. Very slight. But it has a really neat system for progress. Because you are a bartender and you give your clients drinks, and then sometime you can basically give them different drinks, and depending on what you give them, their story progresses differently, which is a really fun system for a visual novel. Otherwise, a second top 5. Actually, since very shortly, the Blueprints, which is a roguelike puzzle game. Okay, I've killed you already. No need to do so again. Blueprints roguelike puzzle game. Currently actually streaming that, which I was incredibly impressed by the gameplay loop and the meta progression it has. With the meta progression in the roguelike just being knowledge you acquire. Old school Dungeon Keeper from Bullfrog back then. Really sad that that never got really remastered. Really sad they got bought out by EA. And then basically died afterwards. Sacrifice, which also is which basically like a third-person's real-time strategy.
That protects us. My name is if you do you have rope now?
Which, oh yeah, all of the mysteries have been unlocked.
Your rose when you
it was a third-person real-time strategy with really innovative systems and also an insane draw distance. And really funny designs for characters. Great voice acting. Basically everything there was great. And I wish there was a second one. Then 5. What would I say is number 5?
And for your parishioner,
right. Don't know.
Oh,
this one has a bunch of.
Go forth, prostrate yourself.
No, don't know.
Do you not? Oh, this is naught but
Number 5. What would that probably be?
Go ahead. You witness. It would seem, but let us forgive. Let us forgive. Let us pray.
Difficult.
In this way. I understand. I accept that you. However.
Yeah, I'll give him for them, because... Honestly, kind of thinking about 5th game. Fervent Kiss. Okay, so it actually does not increase for now. I go probably with the roguelike Curse of the Dead Gods. Which is one of my probably among the games I've played on stream. My favorite together with the Blueprints. Oh, Return of the Obra Dinn. That also was a great game. I hear a ringing, but I'm pretty sure that's just in here. I am not a big fan of open world games now. I prefer having a linear but complete experience. I don't want to run around some city for 15... Though to be fair, Yakuza, the Yakuza series, is great. But most open world games really don't do it for me. I've played Assassin's Creed like 1 and 2. I've played one of the very first GTAs. I think GTA 2, where it was still top-down. And most of the, like, nope, never played that. I think it actually is on PC now, isn't it? So I could technically try it. But I know that the other games by Rockstar aren't really my cup of tea. So I may need to check. The problem with open world games is that oftentimes they are very wide, but not dense. Which isn't my cup of tea. Alright, I've been here. Yeah, the thing is, I always feel like you don't need an open world to tell your story, because if in an open world, basically in an open world game, you just have the option of not engaging with the story. And that kind of fucks up the pacing if you just decide not to do the story at some point. Unless the game has like set limits how fast you have to do something by implementing time limits, and that I kind of also hate, because what if you're just slow? So open world unfortunately has a lot of problems that I do not like. While a linear game can just basically force you onto the story. How do I get there? Oh right, other end. That is actually one of the funny things about Yakuza. If you have never played Yakuza, it's basically like a small open world, as in you are limited to a city district. But the city district is intensely dense. And also there are a bunch of mini games out that you can play in Yakuza, and those are kinda really great. It's always fun if you just learned that someone died and you need to get there immediately or prevent someone from dying, and then you can just go bowl for like a half an hour. Yeah, fuck, not high enough. I can try, maybe. Is it a sequel to the first one? Like, is the story relevant? A sealed envelope. I'm just gonna not open the sealed envelope. Ah, prequel. Okay, then playing that first would make sense anyway. I can try, but... Ow. I really do not like... I don't know, it's not a Ubisoft game, right? It's a Rockstar game. Because the Ubisoft open world's really not a friend of those. After Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 were basically the exact same game. To the right, to the right. You didn't need to retract that message. Yeah, the most important point is that if you have an open world, there's actually stuff happening in the world. And Assassin's Creed kinda doesn't do that. Oh, you're stuck there, huh? Wrong weapon. Okay, I need first I need the mirror. To the left. Yep. Alright. A fervent kiss, which I'm pretty sure I already had at some point. That is good then. Open world games kind of need that kind of stuff. Okay, get me Benedicto out. I do not hear a bell. Alright, this is the merchant.
Penitent one, I will remain.
Castor.
I may have something.
Right, shop. Alright, challenge and the remembrance of Castula.
You have acquired.
Chat.
Do you not know? It is my prison. What sins did I am the cursed with the ever more bitter need to survive. I ended up stealing in the foulest of ways. I stole from the rich. I stole from the poor. I even stole from the dead.
I don't think I've ever really chatted with him because I only saw him as a shop.
What crime can there be in taking possession of what no longer has a master?
Finders keepers.
Leave me alone. I feel so. And so it was that I managed to get into a house that appeared to be uninhabited. Inside, I found an elderly woman lying on her bed. She had been dead for some time. There was no one standing vigil over her. She was alone. Alone in the deep sleep of death. The fearful stench was so intense that it seemed to emanate from that rigid body and mingle with the light that drifted in through the immaculately pale curtains from the outside street lamps, creating the most dismal of atmospheres I had ever experienced. It was the chamber of death itself. Oh, death, who is ever by my side, you will not have to wait much longer.
So does he told me to leave, but apparently.
And so it was that I managed.
Okay, now he's repeating himself.
It was death.
Maybe I need to do the combat arena. Also, what I currently like to play is Deadlock. Which surprised me because I'm also not really that much of a shooter player. Then again, it's Valve, and Valve kind of knows what they're doing. Ow. Well, fuck. Oh yeah, Artifact. Valve made a card game. A Dota-based card game, Artifact, which had some really interesting systems. And I do enjoy a card game now and then. Like, I played Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! They had a really fun card game. And then they canceled it. Which was honestly kind of sad for me. But I can understand why they had to cancel it. The systems around the game were not well thought out. Alright, I think I can skip most here now. Up, then I can do the combat arenas. Surprised I didn't get hit there. Just skip. I don't think I actually really get anything from fighting them. Except Tears of Atonement, which I don't think I actually need. So, Rosary, I do have a new Fervent Kiss, so let's go talk with him. Holy shit, it increased.
With my assist, grant me more.
Okay, I guess there is like one more Fervent Kiss I can give him. I do wonder what the sealed letter is for.
May those who seek seclusion.
I have found 4 of the daughters. One is still missing.
Miracle. Thee who possess penitent one. Thee who comest in find
Yeah,
my
have a nice evening. Oh well, have a nice day, I guess.
Snuff out the light. Only may the bell.
Alright, combat arena.
And we shall.
I'm not really looking forward to this one. With my life herbs. Well, the first two should be fine. But after that, it's gonna be difficult. I think I might want to use Sarmiento and Centella for the damage. That verdadera destreza offers me. As long as I don't get hit, which should be possible for the first few trials. Oop. Okay, these guys kind of have a really low max range on their throwing knives. So not too concerned there. And they also die really fast. Tirso. Of the Kiss of the Wounds. And we have 3 verdadera destreza charges, so we can just go and do another one. I also only used 1 flask, so we're fine. Other news, not a whole lot happening on my end, but I'm just following like news. Mostly about VTubers for some fucking reason.
And we shall.
Did I take damage there? I took damage there, what the fuck? Took damage before the trial began. I feel fooled. Alright, for the second trial I'm gonna keep with Ruegal Alba. Because we do have flying enemies now. Alright, not too difficult. Be hit. Ow. I forgot they have lightning. Have a heal. Still not too difficult. You again. Okay, kill the bellman. And then kill the one who hits the bell. Both of those, the big enemies, really not too difficult, thankfully. The Thirst. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I did all 5 of the combat challenges in New Game, so not too concerned about them here. I do wonder where the sealed letter goes. That feels... It is a quest item, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It exudes a dark aura of danger. I'm not gonna look into it this time. Because last time it just literally called me out for reading its lore. Because it's basically opening the letter. I also just realized they all have this black fan.
And we shall sing.
So this time we're at the Sea of Sink enemy stage. Alright, not too difficult. Basically just slide away, jump over, start hitting him. Have a heal in the meantime. How did you miss me? You're just doing all the spears today. Actually kinda sad that I don't get a spear. The spear is the mightiest weapon. And it also, like... I'm pretty sure there's a spear with religious meaning for the Christians. Like the spear of what is it, Longinus? What's that a name? At least the spear tip. Since it's the one who pierced Jesus. Okay, hit me. Psych. Bird. I mean, halberds have reach. There are other weapons with reach. But the spear kinda uses it the best. Especially in like an army situation. Also, hello Toby. Oop, gonna have a heal. No, they have different... You cannot swing a greatsword in a shield wall. Like, if you're standing in a shield wall, you cannot swing a greatsword. Or like if you're in a pike formation, if you're in a pike square. And unfortunately, for most, like, movies, the shield wall was far more common than a single dude rushing into 16 other dudes. So... Like, at least when it comes to actual warfare. The spear was just the best melee weapon. Yeah, but for duels you don't use a greatsword either. I'm pretty sure those are just longswords, not greatswords. Didn't take damage this time.
And we shall sing.
I did damage. Okay, you can move after she says that. I mean, there are spears with very pronounced blades on their tips that can be used to slice. It's a bit more difficult, but it is possible. It's the fireball dudes. Well, get out of the way here. Okay, one is done. And the second is dead. Do I have to give the letter to the merchant behind the grate? But no, the spear is actually just the greatest weapon, because you can very easily teach someone how to use it in a wall. Like, in a just straight up you have to use this thing right now situation, the spear is very easy to teach. I do love that those guys are no longer immune when they attack. Depending on whether you want to brace it, yeah. Okay, just tank the hit. Okay, he dead. And now he is not a problem. Also, Toby, do you want a deadlock access key? I can provide you one. They had an update recently for the shop. It's kind of cool now. Oh, you have one? Huh. Did I give you that? I forgot. Okay. Alright, I think that was the last combat arena I can do right now.
The vigil is bind my...
Okay. Yeah, honestly, I still recommend the game. It's really fun. Probably one of the most fun multiplayer games I have played in recent memory with, like, competitive multiplayer. Okay, so I'm done here. Until I find the final daughter, which I believe is in the elevated temples. So down I go into the winter area and get myself a mud key.
A visitor, I beseech.
Alright, mud key acquired. Go through. The mud key has broken. Okay, I can kill those before they explode. That is very good to know. Unless I get hit out of my animation. I can also just stance break him. That is also good to know. Okay, I think the chime here in the background is just literally the background music. Carried too early. Also, I can outrange him. You actually survived the downward slam, huh? Also, he has a bell on his head, I just realized. Alright, I think this is the door through which we get to the first mud area. I forgot, those were annoying as hell. I also think they do not stagger for an execute. This time I have all of my movement abilities, so you can break walls with Ruego Alba.
Oh, you have carved. They will show cold, but
Thank you for the mod key. And now it is time to look for the mod doors. And also for him to show up. I still don't know who that is. Kind of feels like Estras, though a lot less crazy.
My master, tell me.
I have followed the mod doors up until the point where I get the ceramic key. How about you stop that? Also, when do you have time for the next co-op game? No bell. Oh, well, we can do it later then. Are you okay with the in sync that we looked up? Because I'm still waiting for the new... Still waiting for the new, what's it called? We Were Here. The sequel to come out. The... Where Are We? I think it's called. Why are you in a bad mood? Bad experience with your shop again? Are you still working there? Wait, how do I... yeah. You told me about the problems they had. I remember. This needs to be like that. Does it stay like that? Yes, it does. Okay. Why do you have a golden mask? I just realized that. To do with the founding, then? Or just generally bad mood? Just woke up wrong? That should be a lump of gold. Yes. As well as a shortcut. Actually, I should probably just use that shortcut. Wrong way around. Alright, go up here first. Ah, lump of gold. As well as... Alright, now that I think about it, most of the lumps of gold are probably gonna be in the DLC area. I mean... Didn't you kind of expect that already? It's almost like if the guy you hire to fix a thing tells you how to fix a thing, you should maybe listen to the guy who knows how to fix a thing. Alright. Okay, hand portal. There's a gate and there's a graveyard. Okay, yeah, okay. Then they kind of have at least an excuse. Gate to the right, and there I think is the guy in the guillotine. Yep.
The door. Well, perhaps this is how long does the past. Let them, if death. Let them.
All right. Pull it up. I should have still listened to you. They should have still listened to you. Okay, that's a gate. I could continue up there. For now, I'll just go through here. Ah, I remember this one. That combat area was fucking annoying. Ow. Have a quick heal. Yeah, I kind of know that. A lot of things going on in our company as well, where they're just like, we could fix it, but money. Which is always, honestly, always really annoying to hear. This is probably blocked off, yeah. Okay, timing. Shouldn't be too difficult with all of my movement. Unless I fuck it up. Okay, open up down there. To the left. I really need to try a bit of dick on these guys sometimes. You know what? Now is a good time. Okay. Yeah, it kind of sucks when you have to go to bed with a bad mood. Ow. I have the problem that I then always can't sleep when I'm in a bad mood. To the left, you are... Okay. Alright. What? Ah, this is the second lever. This is the second guillotine. I do wonder what he did to sit there. Also, he has a pretty beefy necklace. Now I look at it. Alright, this gate is done. Have a heal. Why didn't I double jump? I think easier is going this way. I do want my guilt back. And yeah, it's just here. It's really not that difficult. I don't know why I fucked it up last time. I too have a flail. I don't have a cat o' nine tails, but... Alright. Now you, ghost. You're behind the gate now. Not too difficult. I do not like the enemies that just teleport away all the time. So this is an exit from the underground, which I don't yet want to use. Veredicto. Fire attack isn't bad. Get Veredicto out. Bam! And then, Fire Tornado. Not as effective as I'd hoped it would be. I should just use Veredicto more in general. But it's not really my favorite weapon. Okay, here I need the thorns. Just gonna... Okay, I'm gonna just ignore you for a second. Where did the ghost go? Gone. I think just doing this might be the best against those guys. Activate a fire, leave. Activate the fire and then hit him 2 more times. Okay, that's a gate open. I think that's also an exit. Yeah, that's also an exit. Just gonna leave. And new prie-dieu, perfect. And here we have a gate. So, exit it is then. This is not too bad just running through here without worrying about them too much. I'll go to the left first. Veredicto to outrange. Also kills them relatively quickly. Slam. I'm really not impressed with the Veredicto damage. Even the charged slam. Not doing a whole lot. Okay, also I hear a ringing in this room. Not in here. It is a bit of a bummer that you can cheese a bunch of enemies just by standing out of their designated area and slap them repeatedly with Veredicto. Also, I just realized, yeah, standing, you apparently deal more damage than if you're jumping in the air. Which makes sense because jumping doesn't force you to stand still. This is, I believe, yeah, this is that exit. And this exit doesn't have a ringing. But it has a bunch of gold, a lump of gold. As well as a prie-dieu. But nothing else. Okay. Ow. I'm surprised the cannonball doesn't deal more damage. Hee. Okay, so you can actually leave your designated area. But the pillar boys can't. Or pillory, I think. Yeah, pillar boys are from JoJo. The pillar men, to be precise. Not boys. You surviving my charge is kind of very annoying. Okay, I'm gonna just... Ow. Well, I found the secret. By pure accident. I also don't hear ringing anymore, so I'm pretty sure that was in fact the secret. Alright, he's done. Shortcut unlocked. There's actually... Alright, I need the thorns further up. Well, these guys really have a problem with, like, ladders. How did that not kill them? What? Right, this, if I hear it correctly, is again just the background bell, not the actual rosary chime. How? I do not like these guys. I need to parry them. Or jump over it. Or use the level geography. Okay, I see a thorn up there. So I heavily assume I'll need the thorns to progress at least here. However, I can probably also just cheese getting up there. Okay, get me... Not enough fervor yet. Thankfully, Veredicto does restore the most fervor per button press, pretty sure. Just blast them. Is there anything up there that you need the thorns for? Oh, you need to get it, to use it to get to this. And then go further. And there's an item, okay. Boy face for the thorns. Kill this one. I do have a charged attack. Mine is not nearly as impressive as yours. I do not much like these exploding ghosts. Blast all of them. That hit me? That has a lot higher... Okay, it probably hit my head. My hat. My helmet. Shouldn't have pointed toward heaven, I guess. I think I can mostly just skip all the enemies now. Because I have the shortcuts unlocked. His weird slap. They have a large church up, so I can just use that time to run by. And these guys are still, for how easy they are, these guys are always kind of just put in as like a road stop, but they're so easy that they never really are a road stop, like of any kind. Maybe a speed bump because you can't slide through them, but that's about it. Okay. Get killed by the cannoneer. I didn't expect him to actually just blast me there. I didn't look at my health. Ow. There is actually, I do have, now I think about it, I do have a prayer that just hits the entire screen. I should look into maybe using that. Alright, that's the remembrance. Which was it? I do not have a prayer that hits the entire screen. I do have this prayer, which is basically good enough. Oh, there. Count the Hondo of the Polluted Heart. Do you take damage from Blight? Not that much. And he one-shot me again. Okay, I need to go to the Confessor, I think. Get my fervor back. Go visit the Confessor, maybe unlock him for the preview. And also I can unlock the Remembrance of Tyrfon, though I already have that. Fuck.
I am...
Yeah, hand over a memento. Hand over a memento. I need more marks of martyrdom. Right, get Castula, which we already have.
Pardon. May the miracle...
But yeah, Castula was really just... Castula was really just kind of diluted at the end.
So be it.
3,500, I'll take that. Actually, a little cheaper than I expected.
Now go.
Is he does he have the Black Hood now? No, not yet. So probably like 1 or 2 more times. Where do I go? Actually, this is closer, isn't it? I can get rid of the question mark now, I think. While that is closer, I'm pretty sure this is easier. Path-wise. Okay. What is taking damage from blight? Not actually that much. And then I can just skip you two. Skip him. I saw there is a boy up there. But how do I get to him? Oh, maybe via this screen. Okay. Got here unharmed. I should maybe actually now think about it. Rosaries. Physical damage, which was this one. No, that's the contact damage. This one. And then this one. Hit. Back. Forward. 4-hit combo. Okay, that is actually more damage due to how big he is. So while these ghosts exist, they're not really the damage on this level. Fuck. Benedicto. I see. Is that a glass walk? That's a glass walk up there. Good chest. So there's apparently, I guess, a way to jump even higher, which I'm gonna have to find. Aha, I learned the power of ducking. Screw you and your flail. Right, there is again thorns. So I'm guessing that all of the jumping I can't need to do here is with the thorns. Which, if I understand correctly, I'm going to get... Okay, that hit, man. I need to immediately heal after every hit. Because they just two-shot me. Yeah, that is with the thorns. So the thorns start here. And then I guess that just gives me a boost. This goes to the Choir of Thorns. Which apparently still has a... some stuff hidden somewhere. Can I continue? Yeah, I think I can go in there. I don't know how much that helps me though. Back to the Icebound Mausoleum, just skip everything. Whoop. Ow. And that's all of my fervor gone. Right, next screen I go down. On this screen I go down. Into the mausoleum. Which I assume there's a man at the bottom end. Apparently actually multiple ones. Oh, and there's a mud door. I do not have the Cantajondo. You actually hurt for how weak your attacks are. Like for how weak your attacks look. That should have killed everything, and that's a chest. I'm pretty sure I already got this chest once. Yep. This one's really not that difficult. Bandage of the Heretic, which is a rosary, which we do in fact already have, yes. Also, there is a gate here. To my right. Why is there just an empty room? It's gonna be a part of a quest. And this gate is open. As well as a way down. I can kill them before they actually hit me, which is great. But I should have a closer pre-adieu here. I'm pretty sure. This one is closer. Actually, this is just directly next to it. So that is definitely a yes. This is gone. This is a question mark. Because I think that's just a quest room. Or like a room linked to a quest. Can we actually just check how powerful? I've seen more powerful spells, but hitting map wide is appreciated. Alright. So yeah, this guy probably a bit allergic to fire. While you're just allergic to getting slapped by a flail. I'm pretty sure when I was here in New Game, I didn't actually have... Can you please stop? Well, that fucking sucked. Note, need to kill this guy before I go down there again, though I don't think I need to go down there again. Alright, kill you first. Cantajondo. Well. Finding windows to heal is probably gonna be more and more important. I'm surprised that didn't hit me. Hit him with fire. That does seem to be the best way to deal with this guy. I will go and grab my guilt. And without support, those ghosts aren't that difficult. Like, probably some of the easier ghosts. Oh boy, I'm not looking forward to this. Yep, not looking forward to that at all. I think I can just skip all the enemies on the way though. Which is weird, because in Ender Manolia I just have a lot more difficult platforming sections without that much of a problem. Maybe because I have a lot more movement options. Okay, not as bad as I thought it would be. That is another part of the guillotine. It looks like... Okay, I can drop it now. And there is a gate. Okay, return me to my Priedieu. Actually, to the city and then from there to the Priedieu, but that's basically the same. In the meantime, go talk with the Confessor, unlock that for the Priedieu. I do wonder.
So be it.
Only 600. Huh.
The
In the first Blasphemous, you couldn't ever get the Confessor to your Priedieu, I'm pretty sure. Only to the church in... I forgot the name of the city.
Behold, he paid the price for my... He still... One last reward.
Remembrance of the Confessor, which I also already have.
Come back when the burden weighs heavy.
Oh, do I now get to go 100 and talk to him again? You know what? I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go do that quick. That feels like I have to get to 100 guild and then talk with him, and I know exactly where to do that. Actually, I have a better idea for that. Now think about it. Confess. Okay, it costs money, but that's fine. Go here. Because I wanted to... Because I want to give her the remembrance.
I am at your
Even though I already got that. The Confessor.
I have come. May the miracle.
I wonder if you give him 100% guild, whether he actually does something. And so to do that, we're gonna just equip Tirfo and Castula. And then we travel between Priedieu, somewhere where some enemy can kill us. So it's just, I don't know, go here. Because that should be the quickest. Alright, and that is 100% guild. So now we go, travel back to the city, give him 100% guild, and see if something happens. City of the Blessed Name. Do I have enough money to purge my guild?
Have you returned? Be on your way.
Okay, it does not matter.
Come back when the...
Or maybe 100% is not enough. Okay, travel between Prieux. Where do I go? Do I go Curse Head Off? I think I go Curse Head Off. That just seems like the right thing to do.
You see? How the edge shines upon me bare nape. My long-awaited end draws near.
This is also new, so I'm not gonna skip it.
Oh, unforgiving destiny. Allow this sinner to slumber in the icy bed of your embrace. I will find my consolation in the oblivion of existence. You see?
Ugh. Grim Wish Reality. Pearl of the Punished. That sounds like a rosary bead. Grants a slight HP gain when breaking an object. Interesting. Give me actually... I want to see how slight. And I'm pretty sure that's an item from the first game. This is just an empty room, so I'm gonna mark it with a question mark. I don't see any of the signs of the Twisted though. Can you just go ahead and die, please? Oh. Actually just blight you. Okay, I don't have enough to blight you. Oh, that's just floor. I thought that maybe spikes. Okay, first off we can open this gate. And then just like skip these enemies and go to the left. My double jump once again did not work for some reason. I think if I hit the attack and jump at the same time, when I'm too close to one of those buttons, basically, I think then it doesn't work. God damn it. Okay, this is a shortcut, meaning you are done. The Pearl of the Punished, there's nothing in here then. And then we need the thorns. At least to get to this item. So, mark it with the boy. Oh, you fucking kidding me. You can parry this guy. That is good to know. Okay, so this one's at least dead. Okay, it's gonna need another heal. This guy is very much annoying me. And now you are not a problem. The combat areas in this, the combat arenas in this area are a lot more interesting because of because it's not just flat floor that you fight on, but like this area you can manipulate with the green floor. But it's in essence still a combat area, so I'm still not too enthused about them. Is there spikes below me? No. I need the Thorn ability up here. Get me some health back. Okay. That's kind of neat. Okay, so you are open now. You are open now. This area being completely new. Oh, I think I can now just do this. Go back up. Actually, I can't go back up. Oh, I can do. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Another prie-dieu, and this looks like a different area. Those are large women. Sorcativa del Silenzio. I hate you summoning ads. Just wanted to tell you that. Holy shit, how much health do you have? Okay, I assume I have to break the necklace. Okay, the hands are just distraction. Also, do I have Tirfan and Castula equipped? Yes, but I'm not at no guild. I should probably just use my prayer well at the time. That's new. I think what I should do is use my sword so I deal more damage in this phase. Oh, I have to jump over it like that. Okay. Right. Okay. Honestly did not expect a boss here. Open. Okay. First off, confess, and then open me my altarpiece. Tirfan and Castula are active, as are these two, and this. Buffers are depleted on the thirst. Right. I think I'm just gonna blast all of my fervor into the from the get-go. Well, there's all my fervor gone. So if it has the, like... If it has, like, this ball gum coming together... That one-shot me. What? Alright, more damage. Laser. Also, you should go to a doctor. It can't be that healthy when your hands come off. New phase. He summons ads on the bottom as well. That I hate. Let me think. Is there maybe? So problem, I don't have... I don't have enough money to revoke my guilt or confess. We have our first break. I also cannot hit those projectiles to make them disappear. Okay, she summons a maximum, so she doesn't infinitely summon more units. And she kills her own units. And this one I can just dodge. Okay. Okay, half. And now we also summon the crawlers on the floor. Oh, they spit them out. Which makes this entire combat a lot more hectic. Also triple hit on the slam. Yeah, there was not a lot of damage there. Ow. Oh, they explode when they die. That's good to know. I assume this is just a DLC boss, so it wasn't counted among the, like, hardest boss lists, etc. But definitely up there, like, competitively.
You wish to purge yourself of your guilt.
I do not have 5,000. Now, question. No, that does not give me pieces. In case I'm just gonna have to push through this. Unless I just go somewhere. Power heal. Slap it a little bit more. Like, it's best if I hit both the heart and one of the hands. This has a pattern that you can dodge instead of just being a lot of bullets. Even though it still is a lot of bullets. Yeah, that hit me twice. Which definitely wasn't smart. Also, walking close to that hand, also, yeah, okay. Also wasn't smart. That also wasn't smart. Okay, fun fact, I believe I'm slowly getting Tears of Atonement. gonna actually... Yep. Her summons give me Tears of Atonement if I kill them. Which means that if I do this boss fight long enough, I will actually get the option of confessing again. Just get you out. Even gives me the Tears of Atonement if they die because I trigger the damage phase. Now the damage phase will not start here unless... Yep, laser. So she's just gonna kill them for me. Okay, great. About halfway done. And now they can spit their heads on the floor. Two, three. Oh, we do that twice as well now. Didn't jump high enough. But we're at 4,000 souls, Tears of Atonement, and she is nearly down. So it shouldn't take me all too much longer. Also, why are the nuns in the foreground like looking okay, and then the ones in the background are just completely fucked up? I can't believe I dodged that. Okay. I had hoped for the laser, but I don't think that one can come. Oh, actually, it'll come in right now. Is it again? Oh, I'll take that. The laser, honestly, is kind of just free damage. Ow. That was damage I should not have taken. Okay, I need to air dash through that because it has a shockwave afterwards. I am surprised I got that. And I do now have, technically speaking, enough souls. Tears of Atonement. Well, failed that one. Double laser. Nope, only once laser. Okay, can we... That was that was a lot too much. I do not like the second phase there. The bullet, the spinning bullet ones. The previous one, the first one, is a lot more appreciated. Also, I wonder, does she have a mask on? Also, how did that not hit me? Okay, I think just killing those guys is appreciated. Okay. Get my sword back out for extra damage. Okay, we're doing the laser. Thank you. Not as much damage as I would have liked to do. I'm gonna have to have a heal. Oh, we split, turning around now. Okay, nearly done. And now, okay, it's just the laser, which hit me somehow. I can also not jump into her stigmata. Alright. That was one of the more difficult bosses. Sol Cativa del Silencio. Who apparently also was a sister of Silence. Are they now all leaving? You're still here? No, not anymore. Again, just a room with nothing in it. And here we have a secret. The door is locked.
Penitent One. Only the Master of the Mud Keys can allow access to the next chamber. Relieve their desperate need.
Okay. Okay, so you show me where all of the mud doors are. I think like one is over here, and yeah. That shows me where the mud doors are, which means I can kind of just get rid of my...
Penitent One. Relieve.
Thank you. And there is a secret in here, though I'm pretty sure it's just the door. Alright. Go ahead and confess. How much guild do I have currently? 82%. I have a new lump of gold, I have the mud key. And this is where I use the ceramic key.
Do you?
And there I need the thorns, so instead I'm actually just gonna move on and go for the mud doors. I don't think they're on any specific order. The mud key is broken. I can take damage while I am not allowed to move. Which is grand. Ow. Okay, that's a different one. Oh. Unfortunately, I need to kill both. Okay, that's number one. And number two. Have another heal. And there is the mud ladies. Oh yeah, you do that. I forgot. Thankfully, really not that hard. Alright. The heal I get from those would probably be better
Folk
if
of the
I
water
had the
and
health
cold.
bar instead of the health orbs. Right, so I think that the story is always the same, regardless of which door you go through first. So I'm just gonna go through them, and like whichever is shortest away from a bonfire. Pretty dear.
Lost what ancient
Also, he's standing somewhere I haven't been before because there's a destructible wall. I'm not sure why there is a destructible wall. Okay, that gate is open. And then I'm just gonna go home to the next mud gate. None of which is in Santa Vigilia. I don't know if that... actually, one is in Santa Vigilia, I believe. Yep, one of them is in Santa Vigilia. So, go... You are probably closest. And the Choir of Thorns. Stupid baby. I can do that too. Alright. Mod key number 2. Actually 3. Ow. Didn't see a boy here. I have the feeling though that most of the boys are just not in the mud key areas. Do you still ring bell? Doesn't sound like it. Oh, this is where he just was.
The clay folk live an entire lifetime, I confess, then they hold.
I have a feeling I'm fighting him
Oh my. Could it
in
be?
the ceramic room or afterwards. Like, this dude definitely looks like I'm gonna be fighting him. He also has a fancy golden sword. Alright, this gate is open. This mud key is done. The lower gate I still cannot open. Back to the city. Travel between Priedieu. Next I'm gonna do the one down here. For which I can just use the rapier here, I'm pretty sure. Oh, also chest. Completely forgot about that. The beatified. Already have that though. Oh, this gives me additional ones, so I don't have to use the lower one. Okay. Alright, go through. Up. Nearly killed me. Actually, nearly killed myself. Suicide by spike. That doesn't sound too nice, especially like the... What were those traps called from the Viet Cong? The punji sticks? Was that the punji sticks? You die. And we can just... Okay, we're just hitting floor. Whoop. Be blighted, bitch. Alright, here we have thorns, so we need the boy. To mark. Not actually the boy himself. Though I'm still looking forward to finding what's at the top of the boy tower. Can I hit you with Veredicto? I can. There's a lump of gold. I have a feeling falling down here kills me. Yep. Alright, let's see if we can do that first then. That will probably kill me though. Okay, that went a lot better than expected. That took me multiple attempts in my first run. That went surprisingly smoothly. I should have taken that preview first. I also need to check if there was more ringing afterwards. Alright, get me ready to go out. Dog pile! How about I Veredicto you? And that didn't work. Can I Veredicto you from here? Kind of. It's not really worth it though. Have I ever managed to parry one of those? I don't think so. At least not for a counter slash. Ooh, that was close. Okay. Get me Ruego out. And we can switch back to the pokey stick. Full metal pokey stick. Alright on.
Our footprint, they will find hold.
Okay, now I think there's one more. And then we can go to the ceramic door.
No matter, only fate.
So the next is in Santa Vigilia. As he stands there. That is this one done. There I need the spikes. Don't need you anymore. Don't need you anymore. I've been there. Actually, no, I haven't been there. What did I mark here with red? Oh, I think that's thorns. I'm gonna mark it with a boy. Alright. I have removed the marks there, yes. So... to Santa Vigilia I go, I guess. First, I'm gonna cut myself. Travel to the Sacred Entombments. And I'm pretty sure here are spikes, yes. Alright. Is this too... no. Also, I forgot to check if... we're just gonna put me a question mark there. If there is still the bell. But it's directly next to Preview, so it shouldn't be hard to find out. And move on. Santa Vigilia. That nearly killed me. Because I didn't make the jump correctly. Also, there are gates here and here. Shortcut. And a preview. Before I continue, I'm gonna have to leave for a second. Okay. I don't remember if there was combat in this one. I hope there isn't. There is. And it's those annoying things. Just all of the annoying enemies. Okay, Benedictus seems to do good work. Aha, fuck your laser. Okay, move you down. Grab actually my sword already. And down I go.
A solemn presence, I tremble no more. One last take this.
Now we have the ceramic key.
It's strange, but my spirit find me.
Right. Back home.
It's strange, but
My
spirit
prayers had
find
no
me.
response. Alright, because I'm in the mudkey area. I think I have to leave first. Because of this. Because he needs to talk.
The one we trail, he heads to a destination close in a threshold hidden from the world.
Are you gonna fight me behind the ceramic door? I will go to the ceramic door, but if there's a fight afterwards, I'm gonna not do it right now. Yeah. He can't be a boss in here, I'm pretty sure, because if I didn't already fight her, I'd have to fight her first. I already forgot her name. It still rings. What for? What is hidden? Okay, maybe if I go through.
We have reached my tomb. It is molded from the very mud that clings to me. We will now enter the abyss together. We go to a realm older than time, yet still a babe in the eyes of eternity. You are expected there. Destiny must be fulfilled. May the miracle, judge of judges, hand down its ruling. Our time grows short. Take my hand as I rest my eyes.
Didn't take her hand. To be fair, those animations are probably a lot to work on. There's a bunch of weapons.
What wondrous land of nights and eternities draws us together once more, O silent penitent one?
Yo, Chrysanta!
Did you not sense in your dreams my defeat? My sacrifice? My call? The call that stirred you from slumber.
She's very silent.
And now we find ourselves in yet another dream. A dream that has granted me refuge from all. From my life. From my death. And even from the miracle. A place betwixt the prayers of the living and the laments of the dead. I have stood vigil over a possession of yours. The figure of the twisted father, who became your sword. The sword of guilt. The blade whose edges and barbs ended the supreme wills that controlled the miracle, which left him orphaned, wounded, helpless, dormant. Almost forgotten. Penitent one, you must return the sword to its original state to prevent the new psalm, the birth of the sun, the rebirth of the miracle itself. To achieve this, you must force it to emerge from a chest of deep mourning and repentance, but one free from sin. When you feel mea culpa in your hand, when you feel its ache and throb, know that I am with you then, as I am guilt made manifest. In this dream, I will continue to wait until...
I understand, Master. I feel the power you spoke of in my dreams.
Fucking bitch backstabbing me!
It sacrilegious virtue will make them tremble before me. Here lies an ancient blessing of the miracle itself. A miracle of another age now long forgotten. Dark is the cloud that casts a shadow on my thoughts.
A bitch! Backstabbing me and taking my sword! As always, the boys come through.
Destiny, still reflected in eternal scrolls, blurs and shifts with changing inks. They are transformed under the beauteous quill of the miracle.
Okay, that opens this door. Behind which he probably waits. Or I guess that's a new area then.
A ribbon of crimson, having slipped through my trembling fingers, takes flight towards sacred confines. It rests there, in a place of stone and silence. Penitent one, follow the trail marked by the breeze of chance, to the threshold where wind turns to prophecy.
I will do that. Was this the first time you are not on your hand? Alright. I think I'm gonna leave it here. I'm just gonna go in and see what the area is called. Oh, is that the cathedral where Mea Culpa was?
Let thy will be done, Master. Let guilt and its heretical virtue be reborn. I accede to it, though it weighs heavy on my soul. I know full well why you have come here, Penitent One. Alas, I must deny your request. My master's desires have been revealed to me. Oh, glorious master, who watches over me from your cradle of clear crystal. Fill these hands with your strength, and guide them to victory.
Okay, so this is not an area, it's just a boss fight. You can parry. You can parry his charge and his slaps, but the shockwave you cannot parry. Brother Asterion. Also, he doesn't allow counter slashes. Oh, here's a follow-up. Aha! Knew about it this time. Oh yeah, follow up, I forgot. Ow. Alright, Tirfan and Castula. Oh. That is a jump. I'm gonna go ahead and heal. Confess. Because I think I can do this relatively easily. Even though he doesn't give me Tears of Atonement back. Where is actually my guild? Oh yeah, I confessed. Why did my parry not work? Alright, you can't parry while you have the blood pack going. I forgot about that. Okay. He doesn't actually deal all that much damage. Did not hit me. Okay, there's a difference between him jumping towards you and jumping up for the shockwave. I just need to see where the difference lies. Would have preferred not to have Trifon and Castula on there. Oh well, another attempt. I'm gonna do one more attempt and then I'm gonna probably stop for the day. Oh, also... get me the other sword. I wish the charge attack of him wouldn't push you to the very edge so he just deals contact damage to you immediately afterwards. Okay, this sword is probably better. for this fight. Alright. Gonna try that one again next time I play. Maybe try and get some Tears of Atonement first so I can confess. But that is it for today. As such, thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice evening today. I hope you have a good night. And I hope you have a nice rest of your week. And until next time, goodbye.